1 second. Okay, so today is 4th December 2020. So let's start with the event management project. Before that, one request came from one user that he wants to make sure that those who are the logged in user, they should only be able to access our website. And for that, we have to do following changes. First, I will go into my path server, and inside the index.js, here you will see I put one configuration: prevent login with unverified email. So it's currently false, and if I make it true, then the user, if he logged in, if he log in and his email is not verified, he won't be able to access the website after making this true. So I'll go to the terminal, and here I'll restart my R server. Whenever you do any changes in index.js, you have to restart your R server. So once I say prevent login with unverified email equal to true, then whoever is not verified, he won't be able to log into our website. So he has to go to the email and verify it before they can log into the website. Okay, let's restart this, and then we'll change the code also. So this is not only the thing which we have to do to make this available, we have to do the React code change also. So this is on the Spark server side, and I'll do one change on the React side. So on the React side, if I open the auth part, auth.jsx, so you will see when user sign in, that is when user do the registration, okay, when user do the registration, I call the function called as a sign up, and he immediately gets logged in. So we have to log out from the page as soon as we sign up. So as soon as we sign up, we have to log out the user, and then he can log in back again with the login form. So here after sign up, I can write await pass.user.logout. So as soon as user will sign up, I will log him out, so that he should go into the login page and log in from that part. And before he go to login page, he has to go to his email, and he has to click the link in the email before he log into our website. Okay, and then as soon as I do the logout, I also need to call, if you see, I also need to call the sign in part. See, we have two parts. Left side is the sign in part, and right side is the sign up part, that is the registration part. So I have to call this function also, set sign up equal to false, so that he should see the login page. So after registration, I will say set sign up equal to false. Also, I see this user is, I don't want, okay, this user is there. I will change this to something user logged in, so that it should not collapse with the naming convention here. So I'll say user logged in and I'll pass user logged in here, and here I'll say if user logged in, I'll push the user to the home page. So for the naming convention, I'll change this to user logged in. It's only the name part. Since I'm using user here and globally a user is not correct. It will work, but it's not the right way. So we should make that global variable should not collapse with the, or should not, you should not have the same name as we have the local variable. Okay, so let's check this one. Okay, so line number 113 is also using the user. Let's go to 113. Here also I will use the user logged in part. Okay, so now I'm here. Let me log out. So now if I try to log in, okay, maybe I enable this user. Let's try another new user. Okay, let's try to add new user. G3 and email is g3@mkgalaxy.com, and I'll put some password. And I click sign up. As soon as I click sign up, you will see I am in the sign in page, and here I will write down my email and password and try to log in. So since this user is not verified, I'm getting this error, user email is not verified. So I have to check my email before I log in. So let me go and check my email. So this is the email I received it. So here you can see you're being asked to confirm the email. Since I kept my name, application name as Facebook, so I'm saying this as once I click this link, it's saying successfully verified your email address. So now I can also check it here. So this is the Z3 and it's saying email verified is true. So now if I click sign in, I'm able to log in. That's all. Okay, so I was doing this create new event, and I'm done with all the things which I want. And here we can see also that the record is here. So we have to build the validation. That I'll do in another session. A complete lesson, a complete lecture will be on the validate one, because we have to do a lot of a lot of things are there here. So we have to see the document and try to take see validate credit card, validate function is there. So if you want to use the validation username, password, email, and all things we'll do in one separate session. Okay, so that part we'll do later. Let's try to finish other things here. Okay, so we are done with the ad page. So add page is done. Let's go with the view page. So view page will be simple. Like on the left side, we will have the search criteria, and on the right side, let's go what search criteria we have for the events. Okay, left side we will be having search criteria, and on the right side we will be having the listing. So right now you will see listing is simply one line kind of thing, but we'll find something in React Bootstrap to show the listing, or we can write one line also. Depends on what we can do. We can have different kind of view to see the listing. Okay, let's build this page. So we already have this in the crude one. I'll need to just use that one for this purpose. Okay, so let's go to home.jsx, and I'll also open this home.jsx in the project 000. And then we'll go one by one to add the lines there. Okay, first thing I need a parse server, so I'll move the parse server here. Second thing, I want let's not use link right now, we'll see later. Okay, since we will be having the detail page, so description will be in the detail page, so render HTML part will not come in the home page. We need the location box so that we can have a search part. Next will be the input. For the search purpose, we need this also. And for pagination, we need this pagination. And the moment.js. For the date manipulation, we need the moment. Okay, let's go inside the home. So here, first will be the setting the variables. So the first part will be the setting the variables. Then we may have when the page load initialization part. And then we may have few handle functions. Okay, and here we also want pagination part. So anything related to pagination will set here. Let's make this H3, and instead of home I'll say event near you. You can give any title, anything in the heading, whatever you want, you can give. Okay, so first thing which I will do is I'll get this data. This data is something which will come from the backend, from the parse server, and this data we'll use to display the results. Okay, so the first part is this one. This one is the initial data for the search part. Okay, so this one goes for the search part. Okay, so this will be used for the search part. Location is there, keyword is there, And we may also need categories to search for. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, so we have the category as an array. Let's make this category as array. Okay, so this will be for search part kind of thing. Next is, so when user will search and when he will click the search button, when user will search, we will update this data, this form value at the lifetime, but we will not search unless user will click the search button. So once the user will click the search button, we will update these variables. So I'll say variables to be updated when user clicks the search button. And this part is when user changes the variable data. So when user will type something in the location or the keyword or category, we'll update this data, but will not search immediately. Will not search immediately because we don't want to do with simple change in the keyword. We don't want to search again and again until user clicks the search button. Then we'll do the search part. So variable to be updated when user click the search button. So this is the variables, and we'll add one more for categories. Equal to, initially it will be empty array. Okay, so this search part will be having three parts: location, keyword, and categories. Okay. Let's go further now. So this is the user who is logged in. Let's move this at the top. So user who is logged in will come here. We will not be using subscription because I told you subscription is only when we need really to update the data, and that comes in the chat application or something, but not, I'll put it here. Though I can put also if I want, but right now I'll not put. But if I feel that this should also be updated data should also be seen, then I can put this part also, but right now I'll not skip this one. So let's put the pagination parameter. Max will be, here will be pagination part. So I'll put max equal to 100. And then I'll take this page, which page we are on. So currently we have 0. If we don't mention anything, we are on the 0th page. This is the start of the numbering. So it will start with 0. Second page will start with 100, and third page will start with 200, something like that, because we have the maximum of 100 per page. Then I'll set this 2 lines. And we also need URL, total rows, total pages, history. And I also need props here. Okay, so this is the pagination part. This is the latitude, longitude, because when user will search, we need to set this latitude and longitude. Okay, so here I'll write down latitude, longitude when user do search. So I can move this part up here in this part. Since this part is when user will click the submit button, so I just moved it. You can place anywhere. I'm just setting this from different position just for my sake. So currently it is not used, so I'm getting this underline red. So now as soon as user will refresh the page or user will open the page, we'll call the react.useEffect. And initially I pass empty array in this one. So inside the useEffect, I'll create another variable to be used. Since this okay, right now I'll keep it, then I'll change it to make it little more optimized. Right now I'll use whatever I have in this one. So inside the useEffect also, when I get latitude and longitude here in the parameters, then I update the user location inside this useEffect. So let's pass the start row latitude longitude keyword, and also we need categories, but I'll not put category now. I'll put when I reach to that point. Right now let's keep it what we have in the crude one. I'll add that category in some time once I'm done with other things. Okay, so we are with the latitude, longitude, and I get the user's location inside my useEffect. We have user's location outside also, and inside also. This inside will be used when we load the page or when we change the latitude, longitude. And this is also for the same purpose, but right now I'm keeping it. Separate, and then I can think to make it one copy. I don't need this delete leave live query right now. So let's start the process. And why I'm using this process? I'm using this process because asynchronous call are not allowed on the useEffect. I cannot put async like this. This is not allowed. So I'm creating a function which is asynchronous so that I can use await also inside it. I'll call the process again here, and let's write down the query to be called. So first is the query inside this one. Let's see what table name I was using in this add one. I'm using table name as project notes. So let's use same table name, project note. I'll keep outside the function because this is something which will not change. Actually, it will come from configuration file which I will create. So it will, in both the cases, add and this one, it will come from configuration one. So that I'll create in some time. So right now I'm using this one. It's a table name. So if keyword is there, I'll call this one. But here, the field name will be tags. because I will be searching in the text. So if user wants something to be searched, he has to put inside the text. So this keyword will only search in the text. And if user has location, I will search in the location part. I will give the sorting. Right now I'll give the sorting created at as a default. And if user has location, I will set the sorting to within the miles. I'll also use these 2 lines of the code. So it will start from the start row and the maximum row will be displayed here. Next will be the width count. We have to get the count also for pagination. And then I'll use the records. So we find the record. It will find all the record with the maximum value which is mentioned here. If I want only one record, I can use the first. But right now I want all the records, so I'll use a find. And then I'll update the data. I don't need this one, live query. Okay, let's do console.log of data is data. Okay, this is my application. So there's an events near you, and I'm getting the data. Right now I put one record, so I'm getting the one results, and this is the results I'm getting. So I'm getting all the parts, title, and all things are coming here. So we have to display this data on the page. So we can display different way. So let's find some. Let's find something which I can use for now. I'll change this display in few days. Right now, I'll just want to use something for display. List group. I'm just taking which one I should take. Okay, let me try this one. Okay, so here I'll put this one list group, and I'll call this list group in the import one. Okay, so before that, let's make this one like this one. So I'll take the row and column. I'll put a search box on the left side, and on the right side, I will have the column. So I take the class name row and column 3 on the left side with the search box, and I have the location, keyword and button, and I have another column on the right side. Okay, I'll put this list group on the right side. So I copied this from here. So we have the row, and then we have the column 3 on the left side and column 9 on the right side. On the right side, I put this list group, and on the left side, the search part is same, which we have there. The only problem is handle change with name is not there. So I'll create this handle change with name. So here I'll create function handle change with name. I'll not put anything right now. I'll check now. Okay, we need handle change also. So let's create handle change also. Also, I call the button, so I need to put button here in the React Bootstrap. Okay. So I'm getting on the left side the search box, search area, and on the right side we have the records. The records are coming not dynamic. We'll make this dynamic. Let me see if I can use div tag. If I use multiple div tag, what will happen? Okay, I can have 2 lines. Okay, that's fine. Now I'll delete all this other group item to have only 1 item right now. Okay. Now we will go with the dynamic thing, which I create like this. If I have results dot length is greater than 0, so if some records are coming, then only I will show this one. Otherwise, I will not show. And I'll put this list group in a fragment. Fragment has to be created like this. Okay, so that I can put pagination also inside this one. And I'll copy the pagination part here. After list group, I'll put the pagination part. And so if we have some data, then only I will show the results and I'll show the pagination. And for results, I will loop through each result like this. So let's loop through each result inside this list, inside the list group. And I have to return this statement. Okay, so we have the record pagination is there and we have this number is there. Let's put HR just to separate the content from the pagination. Let's take this distance part also, and I'll put inside the item. and then I'll display the things. One is the item ID. I don't need to display the item ID. I only need to display the title. So here will be coming title. So this is the title of what I created on that day. Let's make this little bold by giving the bold font width of bold. So this is my title. Here I'll give when it was created or something like this. You know, start date and end date like that. You have to put something like this. And maybe I can put the location also where it is created. Venue location. I can put the venue location. So these two things I will add here. Okay. So let me add the start date and end date here in this part. So to put the start date, I will say like this. Not here. Yeah, here actually, right here. So it is item dot get. What is the field name? Let me check. So we have the field name of event start date. So right now if I put this one, this will give error. Now the reason of this error is we were getting the error. The reason for this is this date is coming as an object from the database. So if I see this one, but it's coming in the date, you cannot display the object on the view part. You have to convert it into a string. So though you can see this looks like the string, but if I open it, it's nothing but the object because I see the prototype also. When we see something prototype, that means it is an object. Though you see the string value here, but it's not the really string, it is kind of an object. So we have to convert this to the string. To convert this to string, we'll use the moment. This is the moment which I use it. Now if I save it, so still the moment is not complete. This part is not complete. So I use the moment, and after the moment is done, I use the format, and I'll use one format called as LL. So as soon as I use one format LL will show like this one, December 4, 2020. So you can see this in the moment documentation. So this is a different format here. So one of the format is like this, LL. Let's say December 4. If you want to have the format like this one, you can have 3L. Let's try 3L. Okay, so we have now time also. What time the event will start. Okay, and here I will say 2, and here I'll put the end date. It will start from this and end on this. That's the reason. And each list group which I am having here should have the key here, because we are looping, so we should have the key, and key will be item.id. Okay, we don't have space before the two, so let's make the space. So it's saying December 4th to December 18th. Okay, so this is the timing. I can use small also, whatever I want. I just use the larger one. I can choose anything from this. Let's take this one, capital L. Let's take this, how it looks. Okay, so right now I'll keep like this only. It's showing the start date and the end date without timing. If I want to do as I want, I can use my own format like this, and I can only show like they have shown here without year. Okay, so depending on how you want, you can choose it. Okay, so this is the start date, end date, and I also need to show the venue details. So let me show the venue details here. So venue details will be inside item.location.format address, formatted address. That will be the location. Okay, so that's not the right one. Let's check what is the right one. Okay, so it should be item.get. So let's put item.get location and then formatted address. Okay, so I am able to see the address where I have this venue. So I'll make this in another div. So this is all whatever just you want to display as you want. You can display. And I'll use the style font size of 12 pixel. Just I want to make this little smaller than this one, and this one I'll make little bigger, font size of 18 pixel. Okay, so this should be little bigger and this smaller. 12, if it's 12 is little more bigger, then I can make 11 also. Okay, so this is fine. So this will be the one record. Let's add one more record and see how it looks. Let's copy from here. Six PM to 6:30. And when is the start date? 23 to 6. What is the venue detail? Berkeley North. One is free, one is fitness and health, and what else? Venue is Zoom. So they have online meeting also. Right now we haven't put anything online, but we can have this menu detail changed to something called as online also. Then we will not take the location. Then it will only the online part. So right now it's okay, or I can mention in this address to online. Okay, so that user know it is an online event. So date will be 23 to 6. We'll change with date to whatever we want. And for search, I'll say breathing exercises. I'll comma separate. Though it is immaterial, I can put comma separate, I can put one line, anything. I'll click submit. Let's see. Okay, so we have the breathing exercises and we have another one too. So this is how we display the things. So when I click this button, breathing exercises, I should go to the detail page. So we have to create detail page also, and we have to, let's see if this is working now. Breathing. Okay, I did not create the change and change name, so I'm not able to do the search. So let's put this one also. So let's call this handle change and change name. So I'll copy these two functions so that my search should also work. Okay, now I'll change the search breathing to search. Okay, so I'm able to see only the breathing. If I do test, nothing is coming. So if nothing is coming also, we should show no record found, some kind of message which I don't have right now. Okay, let me add this one. So if I search with some city, I'm able to see this sorting, but I am not able to see the distance. So let's add the distance also, so I can see. So if distance is available, I'll show you here. If distance is available, I'll give some space and then I'll check if distance is available. Then I'll show distance in miles. So if distance is available, I show the distance in miles. Let me see how I'm doing here. Okay, I'll do this one. I'll take this styling also. Okay, so let's check now again. Okay, so now this one is 0.31 miles and this one is 21 miles. Let's put in the bracket. I don't like. Okay, so this is 18 miles away, this is 37 miles away. So based on the event in the location I gave, I can see the results also and location how far it is from my location. So we need to do little more work on this one, that when no record is there, I should show no record, and I should also search the categories, which we'll do on Monday. And we have to create this detail page, edit page, delete page to complete this one. And once we are done with this event one, then doing the second project, let's say activities, it will be similar. Only thing we have to see what are the things coming in the add form. I want where are the activities? Let's take this one. Yeah, activity partners. So in the activity partner, we don't have the category part, and rest we have all these fields are there. We can have artist one. So all these activities, artist, childcare, groups, local news, lost and found, musician, all have similar form. So we can build all this website, separate website, and all will have same content. Only I'll change the name in the top, that it is activity website, it is artist website, it is childcare website. So we can have this multiple websites. By building only one website, we'll only change the top. We'll only change the top heading, and rest will be already built in, because all have similar kind of form. Okay, for right share, I have another this field, right offered wanted. Let's see volunteers. Volunteer is same. Okay, so we'll build all this website after the event one by one, and almost all will have same functionality. Only thing you need to build a separate project so that you can also add in your resume that these projects are done. So this will be all separate website for us, and for them it is only the one. So this is all about this project. Now I'll show you one more thing. So we are using, let me see if I'm getting any error or what. Okay, form is defined, not used. Button is defined. Let's go to the project layout. I create something, but I'm not using it. Okay, I call this form control, but I'm not using it. That's the reason it was giving warning. Okay, on the home page, user is assigned but not used. Let's go to the home page. Here I created the user but not using it. I am also not using category right now. I will use it on Monday. I'll use the category also. And I created this user part, but I'm not using it. So I'm commenting this too right now. Okay, so I can see this successfully done. So this, when I use the npm start, this is only for the local setup. But when we want to use it for the public, when we have to deploy, then npm start will not work. We have to build it, and to build it, I will run npm run build. So once I run npm run build, you will see here inside the client, there will be a new folder created called as build. And that build folder is something which we can put it anywhere to view that website. So on the production, we'll take that build one and we'll use that build folder for our production version. So all this source, public, node module this is all for the development purpose. And when we want to go for the production, we cannot use this one. We have to use this npm run build and that will create a build folder, and that is the folder only needed for the production. We don't need all these parts. So once it is done, I'll show you the build folder. Okay, let's wait. Okay, so it will take a little bit time to build it. So build folder is already created. You will see the build folder is there. Okay, so we'll see this build folder, not what are the contents of the build folder on Monday, but just I'm saying that we need to create a build folder for the production one. And I'll also show you how I deploy it on the production after I'm done with this project. So it will be the live. You can use it, you can see live in the public URL so that anyone can see that project there. So that's it for today. And if you have any questions, you can ask.